There's no doubt that the British monarchy is a constitutional, symbolic, and representational monarchy that maintains its legacy. It reigns but doesn't rule. But let's have a look on the dark side of the British monarchy. The initial British colonies were established in North America but were subsequently expanded to include Caribbean islands, Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. According to the National Geographic Society, during the peak of the empire in 1922, approximately 458 million people were colonized. The British pursued colonization through two primary approaches. First, there was settler colonialism, where the British settlers arrived, eventually dominating the indigenous population. Second, there was economic colonialism, where the British didn't replace the native population, but rather exploited their resources and labor to benefit their homeland. Examples of this approach can be observed in India and Africa, where British colonialism focused on the exploitation of natural resources and indigenous labor. The motivations behind colonization were diverse, including the supremacy of white men and the belief that Europeans were civilized and had to civilize the rest of the world they considered as uncivilized. Other motives were economic and religious. Collectively, these missions are referred as the three Gs: gold, glory, and God. It was an exploitative and brutal system of colonization. Reparational justice must be served to the colonized nations with an apology. In June 2020, commemorating the anniversary of the Democratic Republic of the Congo's independence, King Philip of Belgium penned a letter to President Felix conveying his profound regrets for the acts of colonial violence that were imposed on the Congolese people during Belgium's colonial rule. British colonization was an establishment that accumulated wealth with theft, oppression, and violence. Civil society must come forward and campaign for this political project to heal with cost evaluation of the damage and loss.